Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I never go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin here with a run by Wentz. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
A handoff to Mixon, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit and he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st. So a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run with Mixon. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
It would have been a long field goal attempt, so when you only need a few inches, this, to me, is the right decision. And they wind up picking up the conversion on 4th down.
And Dalton to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down.
Go, on the ball. On the ball. Good.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Dalton here from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run here with Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So Dalton now, rolling to his right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll give it to him up the middle. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you are superior without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
He's got a man complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. Blue 45.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And this is incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Green 39. Green 39.
On third down. That's West. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And the Bengals on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. D. Ford able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Dalton now to pass. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Ross. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Heavy, 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 heavy!
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Andy Dalton. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And it's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got them into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They give it to him running left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on first down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great out.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mahomes now on first down. Williams loses the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's Bernard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Black 58 round.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, and even 40 yards. On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's got it to West on the dump off. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. A toss play to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.